Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Latavia. I am so happy that you are here. So I am going to review and discuss the ingredients in Cerave Moisturizing Cream. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they want to know my thoughts on the ingredients in Cerave. Cetaphil and Cerave are very similar to one another, so if you're interested in Cetaphil and its ingredients, I do have a video on my channel about that cream as well. Cetaphil and Cerave are very popular amongst dermatologists, and I don't know why. So I want to break down the ingredients in Cerave and tell you why I'm not a huge fan of the product. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's break down the ingredients in Cerave. So I only put the ingredients that I find is kind of a red flag. So I will put somewhere in the screen a full ingredient list so you can look it over yourself, but I'm only going to point out the ones that I think are very concerning. So first off is dimethicone, and I've talked about dimethicone a lot in my other videos. The reason why I don't like it is because it is a silicone. Any word that ends with cone is considered a silicone. So if you are acne prone or you're struggling with acne already, then you want to stay away from dimethicone because all they do is sit on the surface of the skin and they don't do anything and they harbor bacteria, which causes a lot of skin irritation as well. And just it's no good if you do have acne already. So dimethicone is really high in Cerave on the ingredient list, just because they always claim that it's very moisturizing, and silicone, since they trap things in, is going to cause you to be a little bit more hydrated, but over time it's going to make you break out and make your skin a mess if you're acne prone. So personally, I like to stay away from dimethicone. There's other ingredients out there that are so much better for hydration. Next up is methyl paraben. And out of all the preservatives out there, methyl paraben is the worst one. Okay, and when I'm teaching my students, I try and tell them, hey, parabens are not very good to have in your products. I mean, it is a preservative. Obviously, we don't want our stuff to get moldy or whatnot, but I mean, how long has these ingredients and these products been on the shelf? I mean, I don't want to pick up a product that's been on the shelf for maybe 20 years or more, and these parabens are going to cause them not to mold. But I find that it's just better to get more natural ingredient type moisturizers and know that they're not going to have parabens in them, especially methyl paraben. So the way I like to remember that this one is the worst paraben is that it says meth, and meth, obviously, we all know, is a horrible drug, and methyl paraben is the worst paraben. So I Googled it. I was like, I want to know what Google says about methyl paraben, and I will put this somewhere on the screen for you. But basically, it does say that it causes cancer. And parabens in general do that because we don't want that in our bodies, but yet it's going in our bloodstream because we're putting lotions and things like Cerave on our skin. So in a nutshell, methyl paraben is horrible. I also looked up another Google on methyl paraben saying, you know, is it a carcinogen? Is it toxic? And so I will let you read on that yourself, but I will also put on the screen somewhere that methyl paraben is just not a good paraben to have. It is very cancer causing, and they said that methyl paraben, when combined with sunlight, can cause breast cancer. So like I've said before in my videos, I really think there is a cure for cancer. They're just not telling us. I think there's a lot of women out there that struggle with getting breast cancer because they're using products like this with tons of preservative packed ingredients like parabens, and it is causing these long-term horrible side effects such as breast cancer, and I think it's so sad. And I know that we can do something about it, and that is stop using products like Cerave. Another paraben that Cerave has in their product is propylparaben. Okay, so methyl paraben is worse, but also it has another paraben in there. So it's a double whammy of parabens in Cerave products, and it's horrible. Okay, the one ingredient that is so fantastic in Cerave, congratulations, is hyaluronic acid. But the one thing that I found is they put it 20th on the list of 25 ingredients. So it's not going to really do anything. Hyaluronic acid is amazing for just moisturizing the skin and keeping it hydrated. But if you don't put that higher up on the ingredient list, it's not going anywhere. Hyaluronic acid is a very, very serum-like, very light consistent serum ingredient. So if it's not high up on the ingredient list, it's not going anywhere and it's not penetrating into the skin at all. Basically, you're using this product that has hyaluronic acid in it, which is a great ingredient, but it's not doing anything because it can't get through all the crap that's before it. Cerave is just one of those moisturizers that are just, there's so much better out there, right? I also looked up the baby Cerave lotion, and it does have sunscreen in it, and I was very, very shocked to find that it does have really good 2 physical sunscreens in that product. So it does have titanium dioxide and it does have zinc oxide, which is fantastic. It just has a really high percentage of dimethicone, but for babies, usually that's not going to be a huge problem because they don't really struggle with acne at all. Sometimes little babies will have a little bit of acne, and so if your baby does have that and you want hydrated skin for your baby, then maybe stay away from Cerave because it does have a really high percentage of dimethicone in their baby products. So there's so much better out there when it comes to Cerave. A lot of their moisturizers as well just are packed full of parabens, and I have done so much research on parabens and the adverse effects on the body, and a lot of it just always goes back to cancer. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of people with cancer these days, and if we can just stay away from toxic moisturizers and products on our skin, then it's going to make the world a difference. Thank you so much for stopping by, you guys. If you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If there's someone in your life that's using Cerave and you want to just make sure that they know that what they're using is probably not the best, then send them this video and they'd probably really appreciate it. If you have any comments or any questions, just shoot me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up for me, and be sure to check out my other videos on my channel. I talk a lot about skincare and herbs and health in general. And like I said, I do have a Cetaphil video, so please check that out. I will see you guys next time.